Right, I think this is going to very quickly go into the dark side. I'm going to try and burst your cosmic bubble about what George Lucas's films are really about, which was his pansexual view of what the universe should be like, and the sexual shenanigans that went on behind the scenes. This one was the chosen one, but he was chosen out of a batch of about 30. He got chosen because he actually has 3 penises that he can use all at the same kind of time, and he can mate with different kinds of species simultaneously. This is one of his, what shall we say, paramours. You don't think of this guy as being particularly good looking, but look at his lips. He does wonderful oral sex. He has these great sucky lips that everybody actually wants. But then some people are kind of a little bit into robotic sex, and C-3PO always seems very, very tame, doesn't he? Got that tiny little voice. The things he gets up to with his little metal hands behind the scene. And R2-D2 is never too far away with that little pokey thing that he likes to use. Han Solo knows about this, which is why he's kind of like thinking, oh my God, those robots have been added again. But the truth is that he gets up to similar kinds of things with Leia and Luke when the lights are out. He doesn't mind a little bit of action. Wookiees, things I could tell you about Wookiees. Did you ever hear the joke about the Ewok having sex with the Wookiee? His friends put him up to it. Oh, the old ones are the best, are they not? What that hair hides, you'd be surprised to see. What are we looking at here? Oh, a bit of voyeurism going on by the look of it. So they have their telescopes set up on the spaceship, busy looking. Not many of them, but I mean, you know, 3, 4 at them at it at the same time is plenty good enough. It's turning Leia on quite a lot. C-3PO thinks he's been busted. The Emperor is sitting there. He's controlling all these things, of course, and busy contemplating sort of probably some sort of tantric sex. He doesn't seem to get around much, does he, or do anything in particular. Just about sits there and looks gaunt. And then we have Darth Vader, the epitome of BDSM. Let's face it, we all have these outfits in our wardrobes, tucked away. We don't need things to restrain us. You can just use the Force. You know, that idea, the Force awakens, well, you know what the Force is now, don't you? The Force is awakening. I have no idea what that just was. It was something falling off from a very height. It looks like it could be Luke. Now, that's what you call an orgasm, isn't it? If it can do that kind of thing for you, throw you down the stairs in ecstasy like that. I'm beginning to agree with, yes, I'm sure he is beginning to agree with me. I'm not quite sure what he's beginning to agree with me with, other than the usual, I'm rabbiting on here, aren't I? The usual sex toy things that I can't talk about on this stage, apparently, because my wife's standing at the back. Kylo approves. Well, I hate Kylo. He may approve of my sex toys, but I want to know who told him what ones I actually had. I think he's a bit of a pretty boy. He's not my type at all, to be honest, but clearly he turns a lot of people on, especially with that hand action. Look at that. That's kind of like mindful. And what have we got here? Oh, a little bit of shouting. Oh, I know what this is. This is the pod race, isn't it? If ever there was a metaphor for sex, it's the pod race. Well, I guess it's a metaphor for courting, isn't it? Those who've got the biggest, strongest machines get the girl. I recognised your foul stench when I was brought on board. Oh my God, this is kind of like the pheromone backstory that George Lucas puts in from time to time. What on earth is that? Well, that's a helmet and a half. Helmets turn up quite a lot. You notice the kind of phallic symbolism of that, along with lightsabers. They turn up all the time. That is a helmet and a half. And I suspect Darth Vader would prefer to have something that size than the one that he's got. Roger. Well, it's in the script, isn't it? Roger. That's demanding, I suspect, the other droids to perform in front of these 2 particular droids. Get on with it, do your stuff, get your robot sex on, and stay on target. You're not going to produce little robot babies if you shoot your stuff over there. You need to make sure you hit that point on the robot where the robotic sperm will actually go in and do something. And there it is, erupting, all these eruptions. And of course, oh my God, what is he doing with that? That's kind of like, oh, I see. It's just like a bit of foreplay between a couple of Jedi. Jedi, that's a euphemism in itself. I'll let you work out what a Jedi actually is. But they seem to be having an awful good time. And fuck is what they're up to. There's the lightsaber. This is an absolute image of rampant sex. You can see they're thrashing with the lightsaber in the BDSM gear, having a whale of a time, and the sparks are totally flying. And then we have the very Hang on. Even Obi-Wan Kenobi? No way. Now, this is a surprise to me. I didn't think Obi-Wan Kenobi was into that kind of thing. A bit of lightsaber fencing, a bit like the slugs do. Time's up. Luke Skywalker likes this. Well, I hope he does. And there's a box of tissues for you right at the end, if you need them. Okay, thanks.